so much fucked up shit to get into. Welcome back to Little Snickers, baby. I'm Michael fucking Rainey here with Jon Delcollo.
Hello, hello. How are you?
Jacob from Mattera.
Hello.
Jeff Simmons. Welcome back, everybody. Boys, what an eventful day.
Wow. You're telling me.
The Brazilian Chucky doll got caught.
The homie doll come to life.
After 2 fucking weeks on the run.
Incredible.
The guy did a bang-up job.
He truly did, man. It's, you know, if for nothing else, you got to admire his survival skills.
Yeah.
Like his sweatshirts. I like his hair.
The hair was something. They didn't show a picture of that until
Yeah,
today.
who did that shit? Like, who did he meet up with? Or do you think he was able to braid that
It
himself?
didn't look like that when he was crab walking.
I know.
Let's just get this over with.
Yeah.
I'm going to flip this motherfucking coin.
This would be a very
And I
funny
gotta
week
be
to have
honest with you,
jokers.
my heart's not even in it today. Whew, thank God.
All right. Who do you think?
I lost again, and we are going to talk about the one and only
Danelo. DC. Danelo Cavalcante.
DC.
Man, if you're like us, you've been following the story for the past few weeks. Truly remarkable from start to finish. Danelo Cavalcante, August 31st, escapes from Chester County Prison, which is probably 20 miles from where we record at.
Yeah.
So
the
it
crow
was,
flies.
Yes. So especially spooky on its own merit, but outrageously spooky considering how close it was. And man, this little fucker got loose and was running wild.
Certainly fucking got wild as shit for 2 weeks, dude.
He was acting the fuck up.
Just hanging out, too.
Do you know like anything about him before he came to America, or are we
I
just
do.
starting with the escape?
No, we'll start from the beginning.
Okay.
So there isn't a ton of information out there about him. However, I did find enough to add more nuance to the story, and it really explains a lot in regards to how this kind of person can be made.
Okay.
So he was born in Brazil. He was born July 3rd, 1989. July 3rd is also my mother's birthday, and it doesn't surprise me that he is this type of person.
Okay, that doesn't sound too highly of your mother, but
Maybe if she texts me and congratulates me on going viral, that'll change, but I do not have a favorable opinion of my mother as of 9:51 tonight.
is that the current time?
Yes.
Do you think she has seen it?
Oh, she has.
You know she has.
She might be furious because my mom loves Blue Lives Matter.
Even though when you make a real funny joke.
I know, buddy. There was nothing derogatory about police in what I said at this press conference. However,
Harmless.
I know, but in her eyes, it could be perceived as critical of police, which it wasn't. But she has another 2 hours to make amends for it, is what I'm saying.
Till the day's end.
Yeah. But yeah, Danelo was born in Brazil, in rural Brazil, and his mother was named Iracema.
I like that name.
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
It is really beautiful, Jake. I read an article that featured some info from her. The New York Times put it out this week. And boy, this bitch had some terrifying shit to say.
Yeah, I heard her saying some bad stuff.
Yeah. The first thing that caught my eye was this statement in regards to his survival skills. She said that his training was his suffering.
Oh my God, it's like
Whoa.
Batman. Jesus Christ.
It's an origin story for you.
God damn.
Wow.
Spooky thing. Now, what she means by that, she says, we were dirt poor, and there were a lot of nights where he would go to sleep hungry. He never went to school.
Damn.
He never went to school, and he started working at the age of 5.
Jesus Christ, doing
Yikes.
what?
Shining shoes and harvesting vegetables.
Where the fuck do you live where men need their shoes shined, but you're in the rural Brazil, Amazon area?
Bro, I don't know, man.
What a fucking bizarre world.
Here's what I imagine. If you're a farm owner and you have all these people doing this shit for you, maybe as you're negotiating your farm business, you just go to like the fucking feed store or some shit, and there's a little boy that could be like, yeah, man, I'll take care of you. I'll juice your boots up for you.
Yeah, okay.
You ever had your boots juiced in Brazil?
Not by another man. I do it myself.
Yeah, it felt very sexual. Let me juice those boots for
A
you.
man should juice his own boots, I said.
So he was selling vegetables at 5. At 7, he was doing field work.
Whoa, let's go back to this juice. Sorry.
Dude, he was doing field work at the age of 7.
That's crazy.
I know.
That could kill a kid.
Yep.
To kill a man.
2014, his family moves to an area of Brazil called Figueirópolis, which I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
I wouldn't try it again.
He got work as a manager on a cattle ranch. Now, this motherfucker, by this point, he's been working for 25 years. Or he's 25 years old, so he's been working for 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this motherfucker is managing a cattle ranch. Which, man, could you imagine working for him? You think he'd be chill, or you think he'd be this version of Danelo that we know?
Well, yeah, it seems like he's always had that in there somewhere. I think he'd be chill with me.
I don't know if that's sweet or very sexually threatening.
I didn't think it was sexual at all. So let's go with sweet.
Okay. Jake, you like sweet stuff?
Oh, tell me. Come on now.
You like sexually threatening stuff?
Yes, of course.
Sexually threaten me right now.
Oh, man. I will shoot a dildo into your neck, Mike.
What am I?
I don't know.
That's how you kill a gay vampire. But he was managing.
You wanted to get sexually threatened. I got to bring the heat.
Yeah. Do you know the name of the most prominent gay vampire? Blow out my bacula.
He is on one today, folks.
This is the best.
But he managed a cattle ranch, and this is kind of cool. His family is able to buy the plot of land next to the cattle ranch that he manages.
Okay, sounds like something's going right.
Yeah, so they're scraping some money together, and they're able to have some of their own cattle and some of their own horses, which is very nice. Now, when I heard that the police were bringing in horses to contribute to the search, I was like, oh, there's no way this ends well. He's going to get control of a horse.
You think he's going to hide below one of their bellies and just get a ride out onto the horse crate?
Oh man, that's a tough go. Like when you end up doing that shit to a horse, when you're a missionary on a horse.
Submissive missionary.
Yeah, I don't know how you like get him to like. You got to tell him like, look, dude, this isn't what you think. Chill the fuck out. But horses, man. You know
that thing's already out. It's
Yeah.
summertime. That thing is out there just slapping you.
I know. And Jake, they don't speak Portuguese, so you could tell them till you're
Hey.
blue in the face, brother.
Yeah.
But that horse is going to get hard regardless because you're riding him, fucking underwater cowboy.
You can scream it till you're blue in the face and the horse is red in the cock.
As long as it isn't blue in the balls.
Oh man, quick aside. Did you hear about the guy whose back was broken by the bull?
Is this a joke? Or?
It is not.
No.
It's a story. It's a news story from this week. A man had his back he's paralyzed.
Jesus.
He was fucked by this horse into paralyzation.
Shut up.
I swear to fucking God.
Said a bull.
A bull.
A cow with horns.
A fucking
horny.
an animal Michael Jordan raped him.
Yeah.
Could have been a Scottie Pippen.
Could have been a better description. How?
Nature took over at one point, John.
He didn't want this to happen, and it happened? Some people have chosen Mr. Hands.
To be fucked by a bull.
A horse?
No, he was just the guy who worked there, and this man was fucked paralyzed.
He wore lace chaps.
I mean, paralyze me. Pull the plug on me. Come on.
I know.
Yeah, you don't want to
Yeah.
wake up from that coma.
Unless you can eternal sunshine
I know.
my memory of the bull rape.
And bro,
God.
on a ranch, they got a horse shotgun. Put the horse shotgun to my temple and end me because I am not going to not walk again because this bull needed to nut.
If you're the doctor in that situation, are you delivering that you were raped first, or are you delivering that you're no longer able to walk?
I think you know both.
Are you sure the bull's penis entered him, or did he just get stepped on?
Here's the deal. The wording of this story was so vague, and it wasn't because it's an AI-generated article. The wording was so vague that and they had a picture of the man. There's no other conclusion that you could draw other than he got R'd by this BULL.
Okay. Well, thanks for the aside.
Thank you. Back to fucking Danelo.
I'm never going to look into if this is real or not.
Well, I'm going to send a singing telegram to your house to read you this news story.
Please don't have a man dressed as a bull come to my house and sing this.
God, imagine if he woke up in the hospital bed with the horse's head in there.
I'm going to make you an offer you can't ride for 8 seconds.
It wasn't even close to being the right amount of syllables or rhyming words.
All right, I'm coming back down to earth. All right, so 2014, his family's able to get this plot of land, and they're doing as well as they ever have been. Unfortunately, it's not going to last long. A couple years, we get to 2017. Danelo, he's making friends. He lends a friend by the name of Junior Dos Reis. All right? Cool Junior name. Dos Reis, very cool name. He lends Junior his car. Junior returns it to Danelo Cavalcante in a state of disrepair.
Impolite thing to do when someone gives you a car.
Extremely impolite.
Not worth murdering before we get there.
Yeah.
Skyrockets into dickhead territory because he refuses to pay for the damages.
Still not worth murder.
Yeesh.
You break his legs or something, you know.
That's full disrespect.
I agree with you, Jake.
Yeah.
I'm on board.
Did he shoot him in the head?
He shot him 6 times. I don't know where he was shot, but he shot him 6 times, and he killed him over not repairing his car that he busted up.
So he's got a screw loose. He's got an anger problem.
I don't think that's a screw loose.
You think it's an anger problem?
I don't think it's either. I think it's a...
You think it's justified?
I think it's return my stuff in the condition, and especially like when you play with somebody's car, especially when you're poor. When you're poor and you have car problems,
yeah,
it will send you fucking nuclear.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hundreds of dollars minimum to repair something.
Yep.
Ruins your life.
Dude, when I had my fucking 1990 Geo Prism that I had up until fucking 2008, there was a point where I needed a $600 repair, but I made such little money that I just had to junk the car. Damn. They gave me like $200 for it, and I ran straight up to my corner bar and had a fun day and a half. But I didn't have a car for another year.
Yeah, I figured.
Because it was so hard to get money together. But yeah, just that setback. And bro, I'm American. I'm not Brazilian. You know how hard it is to scratch together a few pennies in Brazil?
Seems like it's as hard as it was for you to do in America.
These much harder. These motherfuckers are robbing people in flip-flops.
Yeah, true.
That's the life right
Yeah,
there.
but that's fucking City of God shit. Rio is real bad, right? Like the cities in Brazil.
Yes.
But he wasn't.
He was in the rural areas.
Yeah, he never
so
lived
I don't
in a
know how
city,
chill
right?
they are there. Not that I know of. So a warrant gets issued in November of 2017 for the murder. He uses his own passport. Even with the warrant, I think it's such a, what do they call it, kangaroo court? I'm going to call it monkey organization in regards to law enforcement in Brazil. I've known a few Brazilians who worked in law enforcement, and they are buck wild dudes. And it seems more political based than having a central organization.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He is able, using his own passport, to get from Brazil to Puerto Rico to escape prosecution. Once he gets...
So was that like he left soon enough that his name was not in the airport records, or, you know, whatever organization stops you from flying when you're wanted?
Yeah, I don't think they have what we have here.
Okay.
In regards to record check. I think it's just, I have money and I'm going to pay for this and I'm going wherever the fuck I tell you I'm going.
Yeah.
He's able to get to Puerto Rico. Once he's in Puerto Rico, he's able to get a fake ID. That fake paperwork and fake ID allows him to gain access to America, and he arrives in Florida.
How do you even find someone? You know what I mean?
Yeah, in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Dude, the fucking the DC sniper. That was his job in the Virgin Islands. So I think in these places, I think the islands are like a haven for people just trying to create new lives for themselves.
Yeah, somebody comes up to you on the beach and offers you a couple drugs, and then once you get that under the belt, it's like, also, do you need a new identity?
Got a little ID. Anybody need an ID?
You got a little social security number?
So he's able to make his way to Florida, and from Florida, he makes his way up to Chester County, Pennsylvania, not far from us, Jake.
Oh, wow.
You know what year he went to Florida?
That was 2017.
Okay.
And he ends up in Chester County, Florida in the same year, I believe. So, I'm sorry, did you have a question?
No, I'm just trying to put it together. Fake ID gets him to mainland America. Mm-hmm. Real passport got him to Puerto Rico.
Yes, his actual paperwork.
And that's where he wanted to launder his identity.
Yes.
So his Brazilian name, he wasn't going by Danelo in the States then?
Yeah, he was Danelo Souza Cavalcante.
Was that his fake?
No, that was his real name.
Okay.
Yeah. He's able to get from Puerto Rico to Florida, and he makes his way up to Chester County, PA. And in Chester County, he starts working construction. He's a strong little fella. He's been wandering around the goddamn jungles, running wild, working manual labor since he was 5 goddamn years old. So he's custom fit for the construction site, Jake.
Yeah.
You ever worked with a little wiry Brazilian fella?
I have not, Mike.
I'll tell you what, man. Little Brazilian guys, like Transformers, more than meets the eye.
Strong little fellas.
They are, yeah. They love hard. They fight hard. They work hard.
My God, you know they love hard, Mike.
They're very sexual people.
Jesus Christ.
All right. I've had a couple years worth of experiences with Brazilians, and to give you a good idea of how sexual they are in the most mundane of acts, I'll give you this. So I used to train at a Brazilian jiu-jitsu place that was run by a Brazilian fella, and we were taking a team photo one day, and there was a visitor who was a lovely Brazilian woman, and because she was not a part of the team, he asked her to take the picture. Rather than just take her shoes off, walk onto the mat, snap the picture, she kept her shoes on, and she crawled across the mat on her knees and positioned herself so that her back was arched and her feet were off the mat to take this picture.
God.
Would you mind recreating that for us, Jake?
I wouldn't even know where to begin, Mike.
Would you mind getting me a blanket before he does that?
Will a
My
sleeping bag
lap's
do?
getting a little chilly.
Will a California raisin sleeping bag do?
Yeah, that'll do just fine.
My God.
Mm-hmm. So he makes his way up to Chester County, Pennsylvania. He's working hard. I saw an interview with a former roommate of his, and the guy said he was fine to live with. He's like, he always paid his rent on time, which I think says a lot about a person.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to have too many, things to irk your roommate when you're on the lam. You know, when you're guilty of murder in another country and the authorities don't, you kind of want to be up to date on all your payments and not have any, rub anybody the wrong way, you know? Mm-hmm.
Best behavior.
It's like, dude, if my roommate back in the day loaded the dishwasher wrong, I was ready to call the fucking cops on him. You know? You gotta be a good boy.
So Danilo, he makes his way to a place called Schuylkill County, and when in Schuylkill County, he establishes a relationship with a neighbor by the name of Deborah Browndow. Lovely woman, early 30s. She's got 2 kids from a previous relationship. He becomes a real motherfucker. Now, Deborah tells friends and family that he's fine when he's not drinking, but when he starts drinking, he becomes a real fucking devil. So much so, he's flat out abusive. There were numerous instances.
Bless you.
I refuse to bless a man. There were numerous instances before this, the most extreme attack. But there was an incident where Danelo chased her with a knife. There was an incident where Danelo bit her lip to the point where it was bleeding.
God, it was sexual. They do love hard. You're right,
John. I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna rent a Brazilian guy to hang out in here with us one day, and I swear to God, your zippers will be down before you could even say no, thank you in Portuguese.
Well, it's gonna take me a couple minutes to learn how to say that. What happens between then and then, I don't know. I can't control that.
Dude, I was so happy when I wanted to please my Brazilian teacher so badly that I learned the Brazilian word for thank you. And I was so proud when I went to class this day to hit him with it after we bowed to each other in class.
How did he react when he said it?
He really appreciated it. I might have even whispered it in his ear.
Shut up.
Dude, you developed such a strange attachment to your teacher in jiu-jitsu. It's easy to see, like, there's so many instances where you hear about and you also experience like cult-like situations. Yeah. They're essentially giving you, like, it feels like superpowers. Where, like, you know that if, like, okay, knowing what I know now, if I had a violent encounter with a man my size who had less training than I did, or even a bigger man who had less training, I could handle this. And it unlocks something in your brain that you didn't have before.
That's awesome, and also the most cultish thing I've ever heard in my life. You join and you get superpowers. That's crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's and I might have even whispered it in his ear.
How do you say it? Do you remember?
Obrigado.
Oof.
Yeah.
I know the lady listeners like that. Maybe some of the guy listeners.
It's also the name of a dog that I had that passed away.
You know, Portuguese water dog?
You might have seen his penis on the mantle.
Oh, that's what that was. I should not have licked that on the land.
What'd you think it was?
The licking rod.
Good luck. It's like the Blarney Stone. You lay upside down and kiss it.
Your whole family watched me do it. Why do they do that?
It is a very customary in the Rainey household that you kiss the dog penis on the mantle.
I just thought it was a Funyun that looked like Jay Leno.
So Danelo's being a real motherfucker.
Is that what you have on your mantle?
I said, yeah, that's what it looks like.
Danelo's being a real motherfucker to this poor woman. So much so that she has to get a protection from abuse order. Jake, don't you dare laugh during this segment of the show.
I'm not.
I will kiss your lips so hard. I will go straight Brazilian on you.
Yeah, he has learned a lot from these fighting fellas. Mm-hmm.
I've learned thank you. I can learn goodbye.
I'm tapping out right now.
He's so much of a motherfucker that she has to get a PFA against him. And they got to go to court a second time, but he intimidates her into not pursuing it any further. So he's not prosecuted for that. The only other thing he was prosecuted for besides what he ends up doing that I'm about to tell you about in a minute was driving without a license. Been there, brother.
And in PA, they just sent him home?
No, they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
They gave him a citation.
A little warning.
I think the process is so arduous when it comes to deporting people who are here illegally that a lot of times they're just like, dude, just pay this fucking ticket.
Yeah.
April 18th, 2021, Jake. This is a day that will live in the bad news world forever.
Oh no, this isn't a good one. I thought
this is
like
bad,
his birthday.
man.
Were they separated at that point after the PFA was?
No, they were together. So on April 18th, 2021, he's constantly going through her phone, which is the fucking hallmark of a real cocksucker.
Mm-hmm.
It's going through her phone, and he's logging into her Instagram to check her messages. And he's having a barbecue at his place, and he's thinking about, he either sees something on Instagram or he's just thinking about how she had a problem with him logging into her Instagram account, and he goes nuclear. He leaves his own barbecue to drive to her house with a steak knife.
Yikes, that's a psycho.
Jesus
Christ.
How could you be mad at your own barbecue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
who's going to fucking man the grill when you leave?
Brother, you better believe if it's my barbecue, the only beef we're experiencing that day is what's on my plate, Jake.
Now, are we talking is it an all beef Frank that you got there on your plate? Or in my mind's eye, I'm picturing one of each.
Yeah, all beef Franks.
Okay.
Angus.
That sounds like a good dog.
God, that was a fat child. You ever see that movie?
They have. Yeah. It's good to have representation that young.
Representation fatters, Jake.
Yeah.
He leaves his own fucking barbecue to go over to this poor woman's house. She's outside playing with her kids. There's neighbors on the street. It's the middle of the fucking day. He pulls up. He starts dragging Deborah Brandow by her hair in front of all these fucking people. The kids are going ballistic. Their mom's getting attacked. They can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Neighbors come over to grab hold of the kids. They're trying to negotiate like her release from him, but he's not having it. And after he's done dragging her by the hair, he stabs her 37 times.
In the house, in front of, or
out front of the house, yeah.
Jesus,
with everyone around,
in front of the fucking kids, man. In front of the kids, in front of the neighbors.
I thought it was inside, in front of the kids. I didn't realize
the
so
neighbors
many
were
witnesses
there.
were
Dude,
there.
There were neighbors there
Whoa.
caring for the kids that saw this too.
Dude, that's terrifying.
Horrifying, man.
How did
Yeah.
nobody fucking there have a gun to put this guy down? That's
I
crazy.
don't know, man. Also, dude, I think too in immigrant communities where people are in the country illegally, they're so hesitant to fucking do anything because the slightest thing could potentially send you back to where you came from.
Yeah.
Yep.
So even something as far as like, you know, seemingly simple moral decisions are outweighed by the fact that like, oh, I like living in a place where I have electricity.
Yeah.
You know,
Like living in a place where we can't stop our neighbor from getting murdered in front of her children.
yeah. So he stabs her 37 times, and part of what set him off, I should have added this earlier, it wasn't just because of messages that he saw on Instagram. She also said that if you don't leave me the fuck alone, I'm going to tell the authorities here about what you did in Brazil and why you're here.
So she was trying to get away from him.
Yeah, she just wanted him to leave her the fuck alone, but
Yeah. That's, you can't threaten that.
no, you can't, Jake. That's why
Jesus.
I'm so glad that when I log into your Instagram account, you're so chill about it, dude.
You can't threaten that.
I mean, The Rock thinks he's getting pictures of your asshole.
Whose asshole is it?
Don't worry about it. You were chill the whole time. Don't get riled up right now.
Yeah, be cool, man.
So he freaks the fuck out. He stabs her 37 times and kills her. He instantly goes on the run. He contacts a cousin who he does construction with, tells him what happens, and the cousin's like, all right, we're going to get you out of this. So the cousin cleans him up. He gives him some money. He hands him thousands of dollars. And they also meet up with a third guy who is an American fellow. They meet him at a storage facility, and that guy helps them clean up Danelo and get him squared away. They have a car ready for him. It might actually be his car. They also clean out the car as best as they can to get any evidence of that there was a crime. They get that squared away.
So there's two accomplices that he has.
There's two accomplices.
I have to imagine they are in jail at this point.
No, they testified against him at the trial.
Wow, they turned fucking state witness and got out of it.
Yeah, because, you know, it is conceivable that after somebody that you're in cahoots with stabs
Of
somebody
course.
37
Do
times.
what they say so it doesn't happen to me
Yeah.
as well.
Yep.
And that's what they end up doing. But
Yeah.
they get him squared away. They allow him to get a head start on the cops. And the cops know who the fuck did it. And there's people there to point out that, like, yo, Danilo Cavalcante fucking stabbed this poor lady.
Yeah.
He drives down to Virginia. Fortunately, he's... oh, wait, they also get a McDonald's, which I thought was a very funny aspect of this.
A little OJ style.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't it funny that they all go for McDonald's?
I mean, buddy, it's everywhere and it's always pretty good.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Man, it's got to make you feel good if you're an executive of a McDonald's. Like, you can never say it publicly, but you're just like, it's so chill that as soon as guys kill all these people, they're just like, man, I need a fillet of fish. They get him squared away. He goes down to Virginia. He gets captured the next day down there.
How?
Fucking
Like-
a horse plane.
He wasn't hiding well, like he was just going out in public or give me the details, Mike. You're the fucking reporter.
I know. You're right. You got me there. I take back my horse plane statement. But
Thank you.
I don't know for sure, but I'm going to guess that he had an acquaintance down there, and somebody who was pressed for info told him
Okay.
that he's with this person. I mean, they catch him the next fucking day.
Right, yeah.
Which
That's fast.
seems very normal police work.
Yeah, but after his 2-week escapade in the woods.
Yeah, it really seems like an anomaly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they bring him back just this past summer, August 16th, 2023. He was convicted for both first and third degree murder, and a first degree murder conviction in PA carries a mandatory life sentence.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
That's good, right? Right? I mean, some people get out on parole.
How if it's a life sentence?
Well, yeah, not a life sentence, but I'm saying like for murder, some people can get out on parole.
Yeah,
I
guess
see
not murder one.
I did see a T-shirt one time that said marriage is a life sentence, but you see people get out of those all the time. So, Jake, that is a good question.
Wait, where did the T-shirt stop? You didn't put a period in there.
After a question. Yeah, the back says, Jake, that is a good question.
Sales are abysmal on this shirt. No one fucking understands it. It's way too specific. Not enough Jakes are coming in here, I guess.
Is that good, Jake?
Why does it only come in 3X?
It's actually one of those knee-length white T-shirts that wiggers wear at bus stops.
Yeah, with all those words, it's got to be pretty long.
He's convicted August 16th. And, dude, the video of this little fucker from August 31st at Chester County Prison. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm sure most of you have. Do yourself a favor and look up Danelo Cavalcante Escape. It is one of the most imaginative, batshit insane things I have ever seen.
And they had recently added more razor wire because an inmate had just escaped the same way.
Yep.
So it was even more difficult to get out of there. He should be in fucking Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah.
The way he got out of there. I mean, he could have been a fucking viral parkour artist.
I mean,
Imagine what he could have done.
I know, bro. Considering what an asshole he was, he would probably be in Cirque du Soleil.
That is true.
Has anyone seen the prison workshop schedule yet? Maybe they had a parkour like workshop.
He didn't know how to do that until he got trained in prison.
Yeah, he was a fast learner. He had 2 weeks of parkour. You can do license plates or parkour. It's like you just got to keep yourself busy from 8 to 4 every day. But yeah, dude, the guy.
This is where I tuned in. Once he escaped.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Wait, how long you been doing this? Now for the first couple of days, I was like, oh, escaped inmate happens occasionally. And then got more intense because he was difficult to find. And then once the video came out, I think it was probably day 4 or 5 of him being out. Yeah. And that set everybody off. That was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
This guy is going to be a little rascal.
He is.
Yeah.
You can just tell by the way he leaves his prison. Oh, and for the record, the guy that escaped in May had a very funny name. He made it out of the prison. And there's a photo of him walking onto a neighboring property's fence line. And people are just like, what the fuck is this? Because this guy's got on a white T-shirt and orange pants. And this motherfucker, his name's Igor Bolt.
I knew it was Igor.
Dude,
and Bolt. He's named after Frankenstein twice.
I know.
Whoa.
It's Usain Bolt's fucking bad little brother, Jake.
He was a big, dopey-looking white guy,
He
right?
was, yeah. And it's with a name like Igor, you just look at a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And, I meant to tell you guys this.
How'd Igor escape? I bet he crab walked up the wall, didn't he? Yeah, it seems like an Igor thing to do.
Yeah, with a name like Igor, you're definitely not getting very far. That is a slow fucking man.
Igor is not made for this, for Chester County escaping.
No. Could you imagine how fucked up a baby has to be for you to look at him and be like, that's an Igor?
That's Igor.
That's an Igor.
Yeah, outside of like 3 Russian cities, if that happens anywhere else.
Yeah, if you're getting named Eeyore, yeah. I'm never going to get out of this place, am I?
You a sad ass.
No, you're halfway up the wall, Eeyore. Go for it.
I would like to apologize to the court. I truly regret all the harm I've caused everybody. If I could have that day all over again, I would have just walked into Chick-fil-A, got my meal, sat down, ate, and went home to my loving family. Instead, I lost my goddamn mind because they didn't give me a 3rd Chick-fil-A sauce, and I shot up the whole restaurant.
Whoa.
If it pleases the court, I would like to play a little song that I wrote for everyone. But that's what I imagine that would go like, Jake.
What a surprise musical performance happening at the end there.
So he's able to get out. This little fucker is all over the place. The past 2 weeks, we've all been glued to the television, to the computers,
Twitter, live feeds on YouTube.
Pornhub.
Yeah, I did take a couple me times in there.
Yeah, my penis made an escape through razor wire. Fuck, I meant to say my semen. God!
All right.
He
We can
was
take it
living-
again.
Yeah.
What is it? Longwood Gardens. It's just like a place where people go to take engagement photos.
Beautiful.
Yeah, for $30
Yeah.
a pop.
They also go there to film about how beautiful the toilets are.
They do.
It's true. Check out my episode. Oh, my God. We should have been really using this to pump Golden Thrones.
Damn.
One
Do
of
it
the-
now.
Watch Golden Thrones. Our episode at Longwood Gardens is one of the highest rated.
I'll pump anything you want to on this show.
Oh, my God. Will you pump Jake's mouth full of semen?
No. Gross.
I'm sorry.
Jake,
Okay.
how do you feel about horse cum?
Well, it's fine.
It's fine. Hey, here's my pants, and they're off.
Oh, my
I
God.
don't know what's happening anymore.
Jesus Christ.
We've all seen over the past 2 weeks, Danelo just.
When he escaped, it was an hour later before they realized he was missing. So he had an hour head start on authorities in an incredibly wooded area.
Yep.
Pennsylvania, baby.
Yeah.
It's the woods.
It's thick.
How thick is it?
It's so damn thick. Damn, those mosquitoes be like, yeah, they thick.
Yeah, Pennsylvania's so thick they should call it Megan the State.
He enjoyed that one himself a lot.
All I do is win, no matter what.
What was he saying?
So this motherfucker is all over the place for the next 2 weeks.
Spotted at Longwood Gardens, getting in for free somehow.
That little fucker, man. I
Trail
love
cam twice there. Lots of creeks in the area. I knew he was surviving off of creek water. Creek water. Did you hear what he was eating?
No.
He found a watermelon patch that he was getting into.
Oh my God, heaven!
The guy was on a 2-week vacation in
I
the
know.
woods.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah. He found a naturally occurring jacuzzi.
Pennsylvania's only hot spring.
It's just him and like 8 of those macaques, just sitting there. Those little monkeys that sit with their snoots up in the sky.
the southeastern Pennsylvania monkeys at it.
Speaking of macaques,
Don't take the pants off again.
No, I was unsure how to pronounce that word because I was doing a monkey thing, so I had to look it up, and I found the most unnecessary, insane video explaining how to pronounce this specific word. Do you want to hear it?
Sure.
I like the background music.
We are looking at how to pronounce the name
This guy
of
is
this type of monkey,
telling
as
you a
well
lot.
as how to say many more unclear animal names in English.
I thought this was
How
just
do you
Mike
go
for a
about
minute.
pronouncing this one? Macaque. You do want to stress on the second syllable, on the caque syllable. Macaque. Pretty straightforward once you know. Macaque. And now you know. Here are more videos on how to pronounce more names and words in English whose pronunciations aren't exactly always obvious. I'll see you there to learn more.
I know that
buddy.
voice.
Just tell me what the fucking name of the fucking monkey is, man.
Was that Muzzy?
I think that was the welcomer, the greeter at Dog Penis Island that we served.
Oh wow, he is nice. He would be good there.
Yeah. I think he's got a job on our Dog Penis Island at some point. Are you guys hot or do I have a fever? I have to ask.
It's pretty hot in this room.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're
That's fine for me.
we're rocketing toward a conclusion. So September 1st is the first sighting of him. He's it's that home that you said the guy lied about, Jake.
Yeah.
So there was a home that
That has not been reported yet, though.
I
The
know.
lie or
That he lied, and no one has really spoken about that incident again since.
Right. So what we're referring to is on September 1st, there was a homeowner not far from the prison which stated that he was awakened in the middle of the night, and he says that he knew instantly who it was and what was going on downstairs. He woke his wife up and said, somebody's downstairs. He went to make sure the kids were squared away, and he went to the top of the stairs, and he flicked the lights 3 times, and he says there was a second that went by, and then somebody flicked the lights back up at him. And then when he gradually made his way downstairs, he says that he saw Danilo Cavalcante walking through the kitchen and out the side door, which wasn't closing properly. However, Jake has refuting information.
Yeah, I had a friend that told me that people at his work were saying that guy was caught lying, and he's being charged for lying, like, I guess, like disrupting an investigation, and he's going to get fined.
Whoa. Which I thought would have been newsworthy.
That's what I would think too, but I haven't seen anything.
Yeah,
because I mean, it's like, oh wait, this guy did not break into somebody's house. This was all bullshit, or whatever part of it was bullshit.
Yeah.
So, as far as we know,
it's still true.
Yeah.
September 2nd, he's seen on a ring cam on a house near the prison.
Knowing what we know about him now, do you think that he would have flicked the lights back?
I don't think so. That doesn't sound... Even with the homeowner where he ends up grabbing the gun, it just seems like he wants to get the fuck out of there.
Right. Yeah. Like the second he's seen... Or like felt like somebody was knowing he was there, he would have ran.
Right.
I think.
I do too.
Yeah.
The 4th is when he makes his way to Longwood, which is 8 miles away from the prison.
It's a good day for him.
It is, and that's a decent amount of ground to cover over 4 days, especially if you're trying to fly under the radar.
Yeah.
All like through the woods, right?
Yeah, and dude, it is a motherfucker through there. Just driving past there today, I've been to Longwood a million times, but today I drove around the property, and you would be exhausted like climbing through most of the shit that you have to climb through in the area surrounding Longwood Gardens.
Yeah, if you're not on a trail or the street, it's not really a walkable thing.
No.
Like branches, broken down trees.
An absolute pain in the ass. Like this little fucker was in shape.
Yeah.
I'm talking shape. I'm talking this motherfucker had shape like a trapezoid.
Brazilians do something to this fella.
Dude,
yeah.
I feel like my hips are haunted right now. You know how all the items in the fucking Beauty and the Beast mansion got possessed and they were like permanently like fucking dishes?
Yeah, you have the spirit of a Brazilian small fella in
I got
now?
Brazilian Beauty and the Beast in me right now. My fucking tail is as old as time. My tail is as long as time right now. Yeah, but this motherfucker is making his rounds. You truly never know where Danelo Cavalcante is going to pop up.
Yeah, because didn't you say like one time they found his camp at like a construction site?
You never know where he's going to pop up.
Danelo Cavalcante! What the fuck?
Oh my
How the fuck are you? What the fuck? Where? Danilo!
No!
Get back here! Come here! Get!
Stuck in the couch.
It's all right.
What are they doing at this fucking prison?
He got away again.
God! Danilo Cavalcante, you're on my last fucking nerve.
Never know when he's going to pop up.
2 fucking weeks this guy's out. They catch him today, and he's out again.
Is he back? No. Okay.
I mean...
How many of them are there?
Are you guys okay?
Are you all right?
I don't feel good.
I'm shaking a little.
Do you need something, Jake?
Oh, man. Just maybe some Fig Newtons or something. I don't... Do
you have any Fig Newtons for him, Mike?
Apricot?
I don't, but do you want me to get your service dog out of the locked car that you have had him in for the past 4 hours?
That would be nice. I could use it now.
Jamie, can you bring in Jake's service dog?
All right. Fig Newtons.
All right. Getting back to Danilo's initial escape. He was seen at Longwood Gardens, okay? On September 4th, he's seen there. September 5th, he's seen in a creek bed further away from Longwood.
On camera or by witness?
I think it was a trail camera. I can't be certain. I don't.
Longwood has a ton of trail cameras on their property, and they have a sprawling property. So for that reason, he was caught a lot. And I think one of the pictures he's looking at the camera, so he knows that he got spotted. But I think once he left the Longwood property, his visibility disappeared again because there's way less cameras around just that are just random. Yep. Yeah.
So there were 2 times that he was seen twice on Longwood in a 3-day period. So the 4th and the 6th. On the 5th, I don't remember if it was, or don't know if it was a human seeing him or a ring camera catching him. But he's back at Longwood on the 6th. And I believe we mentioned earlier that there's significant construction going on at Longwood Gardens, which is one of my favorite places. That place is so goddamn beautiful, man.
Can't say enough good things about except for their entry prices and how busy it is at Christmas time. But
lovely. Oh,
place.
Man, Christmas time is incredible at Longwood.
Awesome.
It really puts you in the spirit. Mm-hmm. It really makes you forget about all your dead relatives.
And don't forget, Jesus Christ. You know, I was going to mention the Italian water fountain, but you made me forget about it.
What's that, gravy? It's the only water fountain that works on hydraulics. It's not easy to pump that gravy out, Jake.
No. It's commercial grade, that's for sure.
It's thick stuff.
Yeah.
Tasty, though, if you get close enough to it.
You get close enough, and it'll get you.
Hot. They keep it hot.
Piping hot.
You know, sometimes it's real cold out, and a splash of that in the eyes was really bad.
3rd degree.
But relative to the construction at Longwood, there's a massive construction project going on in the middle of Longwood. And here's something that I've been wondering. Being that he's got a history in construction, I wonder if he had a buddy that was working construction on the Longwood site who knew he was on the lam and who he was somehow able to contact and was leaving supplies for him on the Longwood property, which may be why he was seen so often on the Longwood trail cams.
I think I can answer that for you.
Good.
The answer is no.
Why do you say that?
Because he said today that he was unassisted.
Really?
He received no help, and he survived off creek water and a little briar patch that he fell into.
I'll go fuck myself then.
No, but I mean, if you had a buddy, you're not going to rat out your buddy. You know?
All right, let's let the little dreamer dream then.
Like, I say keeping those dreams alive for you, Mike.
Thank you. Remember when Susan Boyle sang I Dream a Dream? I couldn't believe that sound came out of that.
I don't know the song, but I know the woman you speak of, and I understand the reference.
September 8th, he's seen twice. And at this point, I was like, all right, they're going to catch him. And then September 9th, you wake up and he stole a fucking dairy truck.
Yeah. Okay.
Incredible.
So there's a lot to unpack here for me. I think he fucked up majorly that day.
Okay.
He could have gone anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he went to a person for help.
Yep.
Instead of driving that car to another wooded area where they weren't looking for him. And, you know, he had a new sweatshirt now.
Right.
He got himself on camera. And now everybody knew that he had shaved. They knew there's alternate appearance that he could have.
Yep.
And it definitely worked against him.
Yep.
And then he drove from Phoenixville area where he was caught on the Rain camera.
Yep.
Back towards the prison. Not exactly, but in that general westerly direction. Mm-hmm. Back to north of the Downingtown area where he was eventually caught.
East Pikeland Township, I think it is.
Nantmeal Road or Township. Yeah. That's where they found the van after it had run out of gas. So, in my mind, if he was willing to already carjack somebody, that was his opportunity to get a new car, get further away. I don't think they reported the van stolen until 10 p.m.
Yeah.
And it got hit on a plate reader in the Phoenixville area around then. So I'm very surprised that, number one, he pressed a ring cam at all. Mm-hmm. For how cunning he was and sly and staying out of people's, that seems like, do you not know that that's the fucking internet? And like,
maybe not.
I know, but my thinking is that he either believed that these people would be so loyal to him as to not report him, or at this point he's just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, if anybody's going to help me, it's going to be you. And fortunately, these people weren't home. Because, I mean,
it could have gone bad for them if they were home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to say, like, what anybody is not capable of after they've stabbed a woman in front of her kids 37 times.
Right.
Yeah.
And, dude, stealing this fucking van, he initially ends up 20 miles north of where he was.
Yeah.
Which
he got a good distance away. Mm-hmm. But initially, I thought perhaps there was a second person involved, and they could have brought the van back to the area with a 2-car system, left it, and then gotten out of the area to throw authorities off into searching the wrong area.
Yeah.
But it turns out he was not that fucking smart. He was within a couple miles of the van, I think, when they caught him.
Yeah.
That's where he fucked up.
Yeah.
He got a fucking car. I mean, for Christ's sake, dude, that car was in the fucking search perimeter at some point, and they left the keys in the car.
Yeah.
And they left a phone book on the seat. What are they trying to do for this guy? how, like, number one, how did you fucking do that? So that's a big fuck up.
Yeah.
As a local, the buck gets passed along. Shouldn't have gotten out of the prison in the first place.
Yeah.
Well, you certainly shouldn't have left your keys in the fucking car. And then he should not have gone to anybody's fucking house. He should have taken that car as far as it could on a wooded road in the furthest direction he could from.
Yep.
He could have gotten up to Canada, car to car by car,
Yeah.
You carjack one person, and you have money and a car, and you can probably get into Canada somehow.
Yeah, and I mean, even just crossing state lines, because that's a whole bunch of like bureaucratic nonsense.
Exactly.
That has to start up.
And at this point too, I mean, it's big news. It's especially major news in this area. I don't think it's until he steals the car where it becomes major national news, because this guy can now go fucking anywhere because he's got wheels.
Yes.
Yeah, he went to 2 acquaintances' homes that night that he stole the dairy truck, and the second one is the one that called 911.
And he took something out of their house. It looked like he was carrying out.
I think it was bleach. I think they had a box of bleach.
Okay.
And I think that's what he was holding. Initially, I thought it was beer.
So did I.
This little motherfucker sipping Modelo.
Yeah.
I guess it was the Clorox logo kind of looks like a Budweiser logo or a Bud Light logo.
Yeah, that motherfucker was sipping bleach.
And so I guess that's to cover his scent.
Yeah,
from
for the
dogs,
yep.
mosquitoes, maybe. Motherfucker, I mean, perfectly shaved face.
Yeah,
no
beautiful.
nicks. I can't shave my face like that.
I know.
And no, I would have been covered in so many goddamn bug bites by that point. Jesus Christ. Guys, blood must be absolute dog shit.
You think he just felt so handsome, that's why he showed his face to the ring camera?
Yeah, he was cheesing in there,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, that's like a first grade picture day pic.
Yeah.
God bless him.
So he had found a backpack that he was seen with at Longwood Gardens. I'm not sure where he found that backpack. I think he might have taken it out of a home, potentially the one of the light flicking house.
Okay.
But that backpack just so happened to have a razor in it. It truly was like video game packages that he was picking
That's
up.
nuts.
And it would seem plausible that, somebody's like, here's a fucking razor to change your appearance,
Yeah.
He wasn't shaving those motherfucking locks off, though. Those braids were
those
prison
things were
braids.
tight,
They were
yeah.
staying.
Yeah. But dude, September 11th is where things really, 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 really kick into high gear. Jake.
That was Monday night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was glued to the live feeds and the Twitter feed.
I can't remember the last criminal activity that I was as glued to, whether it's social media, YouTube,
The Boston
whatever.
Marathon.
Probably,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That was,
It was
probably
reminiscent
the most
of that.
riveting.
You ever watch that movie?
No.
Great rendition of the fucking events.
Is that Marky Mark?
You're goddamn right it is.
Patriot Day.
Oh, God.
I think it's Pete Berg, maybe.
Isn't there a movie called Boston Marathon? Where it's just Patriot Day?
It's called Patriot Day, yeah.
Nah. I don't know, man.
All right, well, we'll try that a different day.
September 11th.
Just stay prayed up, all right?
Yeah, I will, man. That motherfucker prays like 6 times a day,
Yeah.
Twice on Sunday.
like a fat bitch who's refusing to change any of her behaviors to lose weight. But September 11th, he's seen by a local resident crouching by a tree line. And that's how, all right, they're like, okay, we got a new perimeter. That was something that was so frustrating to just keep track of, because it was like,
Them
okay,
moving the
perimeter,
perimeter,
changing,
yeah.
the perimeter.
Yes, because he kept breaking it.
Yeah.
Which, watching as a Monday morning quarterback or
Yep,
a
yeah.
fucking armchair quarterback, whatever, you're like, how the fuck does he do that?
Yeah.
But these are 8 square mile areas. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I think that was one of the smaller perimeters. 8 square miles. And it's like, might be 100 feet between troopers.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, that.
You get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was initially critical too, but becoming more aware of the terrain, I realized like, oh shit, like you get everything went right for this guy,
Yeah.
and it was in an area where it could go as best as it possibly could for him.
Yeah.
So, I don't really fault them for that anymore, even though I initially did.
Yeah, I think I'd be looking into moving if I lived near that prison now.
Yeah, he's able, during his escapades on September 11th, he's able to get the work boots. He ditches his sneakers. They find them, but he's got work boots now.
And those are the sneakers that had the grip to get him up that fucking wall.
Yeah.
So those weren't like prison issued fucking slippers, dude.
Interesting.
You know what I mean? Like they looked
Yeah.
substantial on the video. They looked
I
like they had
smell
some grip on them.
Shoe endorsement.
Yeah, that little motherfucker had some Weebox on him.
There we go. Yeah. I remember Weebox.
Yeah, but this is also the night where there's an open garage, and you see this. Not just you didn't see this in the guy's house, where actually you did see inside of it. I think it was the house that he broke in to get the rifle from the homeowner. There's a video floating around where it said like a house that the Danelo Cavalcante recently broke into is preparing for his return, and they just had rifles leaned up against the interior of the door. Did you see that video?
I did see that, yeah.
And it's like, dude,
It happened once,
I
you
know.
fucking idiot.
Oh my god.
Dude, there were multiple guns.
Lock them up or hold them in your hand.
I know. There were multiple guns leaned up like against the wall right inside the door.
I'm gonna leave these rifles next to this change of clothes, this bag of cash, and these extra set of car keys.
And this note that says, "Dear Danelo."
I saw a picture of an AR just sticking out of the front of a mailbox. Why would he hide it there?
But September 13th.
Well, that's an incident. He sneaks into this guy's garage.
I forgot. Yeah.
I found out today he was scouting this house for dates.
Yeah.
Oh, was he really?
Yes, these houses,
wow.
everything was calculated. All these houses he broke into because he thought it wasn't just like, there's a house, I'm going.
Yeah.
He was scouting it out, casing the joint, and he thought that there was no one in the garage when he went in there. And he wasn't going in there for a gun. He was just going in there for whatever he could potentially find, I believe.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if, I think as soon as he got in there, he realized the homeowner was in the garage. I think the homeowner had his fucking, sidearm on him.
What?
And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, started to shoot at him and he
7
runs.
times he shot at him.
Yeah. But on the way out, there's a fucking rifle for him to grab that has a scope and a flashlight on it.
And ammunition in it.
Yes, a 10 clip mag or 10 round
a
clip.
Motel 6 room key.
And then that is when they found his shoes, sweatshirt, and I believe a T-shirt. So
Wow.
I'm assuming he grabbed that new Eagles hoodie out of that place, switched clothes because it was a new description, or like somebody he had been seen in that green hoodie
That
from
makes
the ring
sense.
cam,
Yeah.
which makes me it makes me think that he didn't think that the ring cam picture was out nationwide. You know what I mean? Why would
Yeah.
Why would he have stripped after that interaction? So he's not that bright technologically, is what I'm thinking.
Right, yeah.
Like he
Yeah, that
didn't
makes
think
sense.
that picture could get spread out across the
Yeah.
fucking wire. Yeah. So he kept wearing that out, or maybe he had nothing else to change into. Whatever the reason. Close fucking call. Now he's got a fucking gun. Oh my god, dude.
Are you rooting for him at this point?
I'm rooting for the survival ability of someone.
Right.
I went backpacking for fucking 3 days 2 years ago, and I cried on the second day. This guy's out there for 2 weeks eating watermelons like a fucking apple bobbing contest, you know? You know he's going hands-free in that bitch.
Taking that watermelon one bite.
He had to have his hands on the rifle.
You think at any point like he was like hiding in the watermelon patch and had one on his head with like eye holes cut out?
Damn, they almost stepped right on me.
There's
There's a trooper next to him eating a watermelon. Hey, Steve, you want some of this really tasty stuff?
hey, boss, get over here. Try it. You gotta try this.
Oh, fuck no. They're all sitting down with a picnic blanket.
We should take a selfie.
But yeah, he loves his watermelon, man. And dude, it isn't. It's today. Yeah, today's the 13th.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, September 13th. There's a home alarm that gets set off.
That was this morning, technically.
Yes. I think it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah,
And was that before or after they had the heat signature detected?
before.
Okay.
That led them to the area where it established a new perimeter where, like, okay, this is probably him.
And that's when this high-tech plane came in and caught the heat signature. And then they got the smallest perimeter they've had around him.
Yeah.
Knew he was there. There's stuff on the scanner of them being like,
right,
we're pushing the heat signature towards you. And then weather came in and the plane had to leave. But they knew where he was.
Right.
Ish.
And just to clarify, I learned that it's not a heat signature. It's called a heat sucker. So, Jake, on the bottom of this helicopter, there's giant lips. And they make a sucking motion. The pilot's doing all this. They make a sucking motion.
Wow.
And if it sucks up a certain amount of heat, it alerts them to a Brazilian fella.
That I did not know.
This is a cutting edge.
This Black Hawk?
Yeah, this is Big Black Hawk. You could usually only buy this in Sharper Image Catalog. But thankfully...
Yeah, now that Sky Mall's not in circulation anymore.
But yeah, they're able to fucking... to get this thermal reading that, okay, like, there's a man here. And I think it was 8 o'clock in the morning where they got
moved on him.
Yeah.
And he was still trying to get away.
Yeah, God bless him, man.
He was still trying to army crawl under the brush with his rifle.
Yeah.
And they were like, all right, dog, get in there.
Yeah.
Was he really?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Well, because he didn't know that he was surrounded because I believe they fucking finally were quiet for once.
Yeah.
Well, they had chased him a couple times previously, right?
Chased him on foot?
Like, seen him and chased him on foot, yeah.
Yeah, but I think he disappeared quickly.
Yeah. But my point is, do you think that he just assumed this was another one of those cases where, oh, they're just behind me, and if I can get past him?
I think he thought that this had happened a couple times before, and that they were close, but not that close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that he could shimmy to a new position.
Yeah.
But nope, they put that. They had Yoda sick that goddamn fool.
Yeah.
Put his choppers right on his skull, dude.
Yeah. Did you see the picture of Yoda, like, by his feet? That's so cute, man.
He's still like not allowed
Just
to
a
leave
good boy.
the position yet.
Yeah.
He's ceremonially holding his legs down.
There's just a sculptor, just like, oh, just one more minute, Yoda.
Obviously, I hate police dogs because I'm a criminal, but it was nice to see that good boy.
Yeah.
All happy after
He's
doing
gonna
a
get a
good
statue.
job.
He's gonna get a little fountain at Longwood.
Yeah,
The
Just
Yoda
water
fountain?
comes out of his little penis.
you know what? Maybe we'll put a little dog penis necklace around him next time we go to
Oh,
Longwood.
there we go.
Either that or you just flick a dog penis into the fountain, make a wish.
Good luck.
But yeah, they got him today, and
And boy, did they celebrate. They got a team photo with him.
yeah, that was pretty funny,
The
man.
wildest. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Not outside of like a war and
Yeah.
like or
Yeah.
somebody hunting.
They didn't. They definitely didn't do that with like the Boston bomber. Like, you know.
They didn't put it on the news, but they might have.
Yeah.
Here's what I wonder what that is. I wonder if that's like a border patrol thing.
There were troopers and border patrol.
Yeah.
I think all wearing the same style uniform.
Okay.
Maybe it is border patrol thing.
And that's gonna
Yeah,
be a
maybe
fun,
they were like
Fun.
Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
think the troopers are going to start doing it.
Yeah,
now.
it is.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be
Yeah.
a fun Christmas card.
It's like
Send that.
what? You can put lime in your Corona? It was also very funny how they cut the Eagle sweatshirt off of him. It's like,
Yeah, you're not-
That's not necessary. Come on,
It
man.
certainly wasn't, but they didn't want him to be nice and warm in there.
Oh man, you think it's fucked up when a bitch steals your hoodie? Imagine when a fucking border patrol agent cuts your shit off.
Man, that would drive you wild.
I know.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever had garments cut off you by first responders?
No, I know you have though.
You know I have.
I have.
Were you aware that it was happening?
Yeah, I said, don't cut these off. These are my Brandon Boyd jeans. He's the lead singer of Incubus.
Did you really say that?
Yeah, and then I've been begging him to gurney me into the party that I was on my way to when I fell off the back of a Jeep. And broke my little leggy.
Oh no.
Better now. I got goddamn Wolverine metal in there.
Ow. In the chat, Hal, if you got Wolverine in you.
This was not a live episode if you're confused.
My bad.
So yeah, the morning sure did unroll very quickly, and I know you were a little bit disappointed when you found out,
man.
You were out the door, ready to go, broadcast live from the location. I was excited for you to go do that.
Thank you.
But I got to be honest, the way things turned out today, I think it was for the better.
I do too. My initial plan was to go out to Chester County, to the edge of where police had set up their most current perimeter, and just do some live streaming with, sure, the end goal of being like, maybe this will be where he comes running out of. Because how fun would that have been?
Oh, my
to be
God.
YouTube living and Danilo Cavalcante comes sprinting across the 7-Eleven parking lot.
That was you, takes your car keys.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
Gets a Slurpee.
Watermelon.
I've actually had enough watermelon.
Yeah, that was my initial goal. It didn't work out. I was sitting here, I was finishing my coffee, and I went up and I told my wife. I didn't have to say anything. I just looked at her and she knew. This sweet soul knew, could tell in my heart and my face that they had caught him. And as a human being, I was grateful. As a podcaster, I was fucking furious. But I found out that they were having the press conference at a firehouse not far from here. So I got my car and I hightailed it up there, and I made it with like 10 minutes to spare.
Dude, on a whim.
And
How long after it started did you ask the question?
maybe like 5 to 10 minutes.
All right. So it wasn't that long of a thing.
No.
I know it was still going on when you walked back and forth later.
Yeah.
But it was relatively early on.
Yeah.
That was still on every news channel that was playing that that conference.
I saw it on The Independent. People said they saw it on Forbes. Insane. Barstool, that's huge.
Yeah, and I my initial plan was just to film it. That was lame. So I was like, all right, let me see if I can get in the background with all the other cops and make it seem like I was one of these savior cops.
Would have been
Oh my God.
just as funny. Just as funny for people to be like, is that fucking Mike was he involved with this somehow?
Yeah, I actually bred Yoda.
Trying to get a clap going in the back.
Yeah, so I was like hoping to get, and you could get as close as you wanted. I guess like this
You
is
were really close.
they just nobody suspects anything. It's a joyous moment, and nobody was suspecting that monkey business was afoot. And I'm here to tell you, monkey business was so afoot that monkey business was a feat. There was that much monkey business.
That really got him.
And people were asking questions, and Lieutenant Colonel George Bivens was answering every question, and I was like, if he's answering everybody's question, what if I had a question?
Everybody, just professional journalists, everyone. Dude, I'm so happy.
Yeah, he hasn't said no to a single question. He hasn't refused to answer a question yet.
And you guys know me well. You guys know that nothing gets me harder than a man that doesn't say no.
Chief, marry, fuck, kill.
Yoda, Danelo.
And Yoda again.
Sorry, Yoda.
So yeah, technically you could kill and fuck Yoda the dog.
Yoda's just like,
Turn that motherfucker into a San Francisco shepherd.
And for the record, I love to say it out loud, so I will say it here. If somehow you haven't seen the question that Mike asked to the chief of police, he said, was there any concern that he would team up with another small man and step into a trench coat, Little Rascal style? Oh my God, I will watch that multiple times every day for 1 year,
dude.
and it will never get old.
I'd love to see those beautiful eyes of yours shine. So I'm glad.
These are tears of joy.
Oh, thank
Dude,
you.
It brought happiness to another level, like past Super Bowl level joy all day long.
Yeah.
Oh man, that means a lot to me.
Every time I watched it,
It just gets better and better.
I couldn't not guttural laugh out loud.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Mike.
I could feel everybody's hatred the second the words left my mouth. And like I mentioned in the AMA, they were very kind about it. a gentleman tapped me on the elbow and asked if I was press.
Did he walk over to you?
I saw him. He was standing directly across from me. And then after everybody processed what was said, I saw him do like a horseshoe shape.
Yeah, that had to take a couple beats for people to process.
Dude, my favorite was the cop behind George Bivens who was just like... And the gentleman came over and he was very polite. He asked if I was press, which I said, not really, but I kind of am. And then he's like, could you please step back, and motioning toward the exit. And I wasn't going to fuss because I had a suspended license, Jake.
I mean, honestly, he kind of helped you out.
He did. It was
he made it
very
less
nice.
awkward for you to just turn around and walk past everybody, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And I did.
You should have loudly said, I have a right to be here.
I take out one of those I know my rights cards and just read it verbatim.
All of a sudden, you're like the Long Island auditor.
Man, I've been glued to this, and I can't believe that I didn't get up and watch this news conference because of how invested I've been in this.
Yeah.
The next time Mike's going to a location, I'll be sure to get up and watch the news.
And to all you murderers that are thinking of escaping in the Philadelphia area, give it a shot, man. I love doing this stuff. I'd give anything to have this happen again. So if you're watching this in prison, Mazel Tov.
We fucking dare you.
Yeah. Yeah, you fucking pussy ass bitch. You won't escape. You little fucking 35 years old, still sleeping in bunk beds ass bitch. I wish you would escape from prison and come see Jake Mattera at his house.
I hope you're doing okay and you have found peace.
I got a piece you can find. You fucking
Damn.
You fucking toilet wine drinking ass. Doing fucking squats with your cellmate on your shoulders ass.
So as someone who's done comedy and you've had a bad show every now and again, was the feeling you felt from everyone in there worse than any bomb you've ever had?
Yeah, because I think going into a bomb, it's going to go one of two ways. It's going to go well, or you're going to eat shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I've eaten shit enough to know it's fine if this doesn't land. But it was a much different feeling people just hate you in an instant.
Yeah.
Like, I think when you bomb, most of the time it's just apathy.
Yeah.
But in this instance, like, these guys clearly wanted to shine in this moment, and I was detracting from this moment, and they hated me for it.
Yeah.
Do you think
they
you
probably
distracted
did.
from the moment, Mike?
Yeah.
You don't seem to mind it.
I think more people are talking about the Little Rascals tonight than George Bivens.
Is Little Rascals trending?
Bug Hall is getting more Google hits than he's gotten in the past 15 years.
So, you fucking Little Rascals, if your residual check is a little bit bigger next month, you're welcome.
Yeah, Jeff just put up the search results. The fourth thing is Danelo Cavalcante press conference trench coat. Third. I'm sorry, third. Yeah.
Mike, look at that.
Woo, baby.
Dude, look at all. Yeah, there's all these YouTube videos. Absurd questions. Wow. You made it to Yahoo News.
I just want to make black news websites, man.
Whoa! You made the boing boing.
What is that?
Chinese gay news.
I don't know.
Oh, that's how you knew it. A reporter asked a bizarre small man question at captured prisoner press conference. Is this from an American news source?
This is boing boing. Yeah, Chinese gay news, dude.
Reporter asked bizarre small man.
Little Rascals clip in the. Oh my god!
And the new Little Rascals, ma'am.
Boing Boing's on their shit, dude.
Thank you to the people at Boing Boing for giving the Little Rascals the due that they deserve. Both new and old Little Rascals. They deserve it, man.
Yeah.
Those kids, they have no idea how much joy they brought us. Man.
You really did something fucking big today, dude.
Well, I had a blast, man.
You got some cojones.
Thank you, buddy.
You got some cojones on you, man.
Thank you, buddy. Means a lot. Man, we have fun. All for stinkers, man. I just wanted to make something nice for the people that support us, man. And hopefully everybody got joy out of it, man.
You can officially call yourself a reporter now.
Thank you.
Because it's been printed on boingboing.com.
Yeah, bitch, I'm December O'Neill.
Is the fart a part of the name?
Yeah. So the turtles know to come out.
Yeah, turtle power.
He gets pulled over, they'll read the license. December O'Neill fart?
Oh, my God.
Oh, boy.
I got a lot of Googling to do when I get home. This is going to be a fun night.
My boys.
Danelo, you piece of shit. Have fun in maximum security prison for the rest of your shitty life. You took us on a damn barn burner of a run.
Yeah, you did have a good run, man, and I hope you get butt fucked from here to Brazil, but it was enjoyable watching you escape.
Congratulations.
I wish you well, and I hope you find the peace.
Oh, man, you know what a sad note is? Butt fucked to Brazil was Jimmy Buffett's last song.
That is sad. And so coincidental, the timing.
Living off watermelon.
Bless you.
Cut my...
Everybody pour out a coffee mug of
John sneeze juice.
of my own sneezers. I sneeze long.
Cut my life into sneezes.
This is my last issue.
You're right. I'm on paper towels now.
Damn.
I think next time it's warm out, we should take a little trip down the Brandywine and have ourselves a little Cavalcante cruise.
Wow. Look at that.
Ooh, I like that. I like the way you think.
I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, some good creeks up there.
Yeah.
Have a couple climbing exercises, a little competition.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah.
Jeff. I love it.
I like that.
Watermelon picnic, baby. Well, you want to promote anything?
No, just follow me at Jake Mattera on Instagram and Twitter. Yeah.
Follow me as well at Johnny Delco. And if you're in the St. Louis area or within 1,000 nautical miles, please come see me at the Small Room Helium Comedy Club, December 1st and 2nd. I will be performing 45 minutes to 48 minutes of stand-up commodity. And a lot of tickets left. There's so many fucking tickets left, man. So with you, Mike.
You're the fucking best, dog.
Thank you.
Thank you to everybody who came out to our Cleveland show this past weekend. That was a fucking blast.
Yeah.
We're going to be booking more shows, so hopefully we'll hit a city near you. And if not, we'll gladly fly each of you out to come see us here in Philadelphia. Thank you to everybody that's bought my book on Percs. If you haven't yet, you can check it out on percs.com, onpercs.com. Print book, ebook, audiobook, which is the real treasure of the bunch. Also, you could buy a personalized letter to your haters. I'm writing custom 2-page letters telling you how your haters are going to meet their downfall this year. That's also something that you could buy on my website, onpercs.com. So check that out if you're into hearing about how your haters are going to eat shit in the coming year. Aside from that, if you're watching this on Patreon, thank you for becoming a patron and supporting us. Because of you, we're able to do just fucked up shit, the dumbest shit imaginable, like drive to fucking murderer press conferences, interrupt it, and ruin cops' lives. Because of you, you're making that happen. And if you're not a patron yet, consider joining our Patreon. It's patreon.com/Little Stinkers. That's LILSTINKERS.
Spell it for him. Spell it for those fucking dummies.
But get all kinds of good shit. You get every episode a week early. You get an extra episode. You get live AMAs. You get movie watch-alongs, book club shit. In the coming weeks, we're going to write a letter to Jodi Arias, and that's all going to come from patron suggestions. We're going to mail it to her, and I believe we'll get a response.
And the return address will be Jake's childhood.
Jacob
I insist we're not
Furman
doing that.
Mattera.
We will not do that.
You have no say in the matter.
Also exciting news, we're announcing plans that we're going to be buying an island and developing our very own Dog Penis Island with your help. So that's all for patrons. You're going to help us design Dog Penis Island. So thank you for making that happen. Yeah. So thank you guys for joining us here on another edition of Little Stinkers. I had a blast talking Danelo Cavalcante, the Brazilian Chucky doll, with you. Jon Delcollo, Jacob from Mattera.
Thanks,
And
everybody.
my wonderful friend Jeff Simmons.
Thanks, guys.
See you guys. Love you. There's so much fucked up shit to get into.
Little Stinkers.